Hi friends, welcome to the new Holistic Serenity channel. My name is Jess. If it's your first time here, please be sure to hit subscribe and give this video a like if you enjoy it. I'm excited to start bringing some new content over to this channel that has everything to do with my business, Holistic Serenity. And today's video is going to be really fun because I'm going to take you through all of my card decks. So you're gonna be with me for a hot minute, and let's just dive right in because we've got a lot to go through today. So starting off the top, this is one of my all-time favorite decks. This is an Oracle deck. It's called Moon Witch, and this was gifted to me by a dear friend. This is available on Amazon. I will have links to all of the decks below, so be sure to check the description. If I inspire you to buy something, it would mean so much if you use those links, because it just helps me continue to create content for this channel. So this is Moon Witch, and it is a gorgeous, 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 gorgeous deck. This is the guidebook. All of the decks obviously are going to come with a guidebook. These are the cards, and again, the packaging, even the inside of the box, is so pretty. The gold foil on the sides. This is what the back of the cards look like. Stunning. And this is an example of one of the cards, so it's going to have what the card is and then a meaning below. The art on these is just, I mean, yes. So it's just everything. This deck really is aesthetic, and the whole vibe of it just calls to me so much. So I'm so thankful to my friend Jessica for gifting this deck to me. It's beautiful. It's probably my prettiest deck that I have. So pretty. This next one, I actually haven't done a lot with this deck yet. This is my most recent purchase for myself, and this I actually got at Barnes & Noble. This is the Astro Alignment deck, and the box is huge for what a tiny, tiny little deck it is. So it just has the flap, rainbow. Here's the inside with a big old giant guidebook. Okay, so the thing about I do have another Astro deck, I'll pull it up next, but anything you're doing with astrology can have so many components to it, right? I mean, you can bring in your birth chart, you can bring in your sun, moon, and rising signs, you can bring in what the sign means on the card that you're getting, where the moon is when you're doing this reading. There's so much that you can derive from an astrologically aligned deck, and so it makes complete sense to me that this book is as huge as it is, again, for such a teeny tiny little deck. So this has I mean, it covers everything, like how to use the cards, the modalities, the zodiac signs, moon phases, lunar nodes, planets, asteroids, all the things. So if you're looking for a deck that's going to incorporate astrology, or you're really into one and you're wanting to incorporate the other, or maybe you're into both, this is absolutely the deck to do this. And also with the next one that I'll show you. So let me pull out. The fun thing about these cards, first of all, does it say on here how many? Because there's a ton of them. 80. So there's 80 cards, which is more than maybe most of my other decks. So this is what the back of the cards looks like. Get it to focus here. Okay. So it's just a wheel with all the signs on it. Okay, and then this is an example of a card you'd pull in a reading. So this one is Waxing Gibbous Moon, with a picture of the moon cycles and saying nurturing patience and refinement. So much you can get from these. Like, again, it goes into houses, which if you've done a moon chart reading with me, we have gone over your specific placement for each house. So again, you can get so much depth out of an astrologically aligned deck if you are looking for things in relation to your house, to the moon, to anything astrological. This is your guide. This is your deck, and this is by Mystic Mondays. So let me show you my other astrological deck. This one I believe I got on Amazon, but I could be wrong. So this is Star Codes Astro. It's an oracle deck, and I like this one. It's not as in-depth, I feel like, as the other one as far as the book and the readings, but you could make it that way if you know a lot about astrology. So this is the guidebook for this deck. Pretty standard. And this is what the back of the cards look like. And then this is a sample card. So this is Libra. And another one will do. Ooh. So this is conjunction, which again, if you've had a moon chart reading or birth chart reading, you probably have heard talk about conjunctions in your chart. Here's another one. So these are, again, going to cover, I believe, oh, this one's gorgeous. Venus, of course. I believe this deck actually has, yeah, cards for your house placement as well. So again, so much that you can do with a reading with these decks. And I personally use these decks only for myself. I don't do any astrological decks in my one-on-one readings with clients because astrology is so vast and so involved, and there's so much to it, and I would hate to tell someone the wrong thing because I'm just not as knowledgeable in each individual sign and each individual thing for every person. I would have to do so much research before I felt comfortable charging people for me to tell them about astrology. But these are a great learning tool if you're wanting to, like I said, combine your card reading with astrology, or if you're wanting to bring card reading into your astrology, you're already all up on astrology. Either way. So let's go to crystals. This is another deck I was gifted. This is my most recent deck that was given to me. So this is the newest deck to me. It's Crystals, the Stone deck. 78 crystals to energize your life. And this one, I haven't even opened it out of the package yet. But look at how pretty the oak, can you tell? The side is kind of pastel rainbowy. Oh, it's not going to show you. It's very pretty. But it's going to have a crystal for each card. And I also have another crystal deck I will show you next. This is this I got at a local shop here in the small town that I live in. So I'll have to look and see if I can find a link to this. I'm sure I can because Colette Baron Reed, who made this deck, is very popular. This is the Crystal Spirits Oracle deck. Let's see if it will focus. And this is the back. Oh my goodness. Focus camera. There we go. So this one is 58 cards. And it's, again, has a little flappy. This book, though, so thick. So this one tells you, I believe, okay, yeah. So it tells you the stone. It's gonna tell you the essential meaning of the stone. Then it's gonna give you a relationship message. That's my chihuahua. A prosperity message and a meditation that you can do holding the crystal. So a lot of information packed into this juicy little book. And let me show you the cards. Ooh. This is the back of them. Just a basic blue. And then here is an example of card. Rose quartz. Very, I mean, we all know it. Bruiser, are you okay? We all know a rose quartz girl, right? Here's obsidian. So if you are into crystals and wanting to bring the practice of working with them into your card pulls, this is a great deck. So is the other one. I'm sure there's even more crystal decks out there, but it's a great way to pull a card and learn more about your crystals, and that way you can kind of strengthen your relationship with them and your practice and your use of them. So this next one is so popular. Got this on Amazon. This was my first deck that I bought. It's Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light, and the artwork on these is like a pastel daydream. Here's your guidebook. It's just pinks and blues and purple, and it's stunning. This is the back of the cards. Gorge. And then this is an example card. So it's going to say, transformation, things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. It's going to have the message on the bottom. And then of course you can look in the guidebook for even more in-depth on your reading. The thing I do use this deck in my personal one-on-one readings that I do with clients. And for this, I usually use these cards when I am pulling past, present, future. I pull 8 cards total in my one-on-one readings, and I use 3 different decks. And so for this portion of the reading with this deck, I do 3 cards, past, present, future. And so this is another example of one of the cards. Dance with Life. Gorge. And there are some pretty far out little woo-woo cards in here. And so it's always interesting when we get to this part of the readings. And then even the back of the box says you are the Oracle. So I really like this deck. I've worked with this deck a lot. It feels very familiar to me. I love the art. I love the colors. Of course, that's why I bought it. That's why it was my first one. I was super drawn to it. So, and Rebecca Campbell has another deck. I want to say it's like the Rose. Excuse me, it's like the Rose Oracle or something. It's on my Amazon wish list. I'll have to add it to my Amazon storefront. But this is a gorgeous, gorgeous deck. And this is a great deck if you're just getting into card reading. If you're just looking to utilize this tool, if you're looking to get clearer messages, this is a great deck for that. Highly, highly, highly recommend. Okay, let's move on. We'll do another 2 that kind of go together. This deck is Colette Baron-Reid, who also did our Crystal Spirits again. This one I got off Amazon, and it is a spirit animal. If you know anything about me, you know I love animals. We have 7 animals. I am a huge animal advocate and an animal owner and all of the things. So this is 68 cards. I do also use this deck in my one-on-one readings. Again, this is a huge guidebook, and the thing that I love about this deck is that you can read the cards upside or right side up or reverse upside down. And it has right side up is the oracle message and the reverse message is a protection message. So not all oracle decks come with a reading for the card being read in reverse. Tarot, every card can be read in reverse. Oracle decks are completely different, so each one is unique. And that, oh my gosh, the buffalo's on top. That's my favorite animal. It's just, I can't show you my tattoo. I'm wearing long sleeves, but this is the buffalo. How perfect that he's on top. Aw. And his oracle message is the abundant universe will provide. Oh, look at that, there's cat. Oh, I could go through this whole deck with you. Bruiser, honey. Here's cat spirit. Claim your independence. Okay, and this is the back Bruiser Bear of the cards. Any of you have small dog chihuahuas, you've heard this reverse sneezing that's happening with him right now. So this is my spirit animal deck. I pull 4 cards from this deck when I am doing my I just hit my mouth with that. But I do my personal one-on-one readings. I pull an overall card. The very first card we pull is going to be from this deck. Then I pull 3 more. And I do a feminine energy center, heart center, male energy. And that can be directed towards your work, towards your life. It's really whatever the message means to you. Whatever you can recognize that your spirit guides are trying to tell you. So usually we get the feel for the whole reading very quickly with this deck. It's very blunt, it's very straightforward, and I like that in a deck. So if you are into animals, if you want the honest truth, this is gonna be a good deck for you. It's not rude, it's not blunt in a mean way, but you're not going to be questioning what the message is. You're going to know with this deck. And then this next one was gifted to me, and this is Animal Apothecary, and I believe this one is available on Amazon as well. And I really love the vibes of this one. So cute. Look at the inside. This has a nice size deck, very straightforward. Let's show you the cards. This is the back. Let me get my hands to cooperate here. And here is an example of a card. So it's very like retro-y vibes, I literally opened it too. A buffalo again. We got some real buffalo vibes coming through in this video. Prayer answered. That's a happy card, huh? Look at the buffalo. So, again, if you love animals, look how cute. This is going to be a great little deck for you. And very fun. I think it's just nice to have. This is a deck that I only have used on myself, and I try to keep it, I do keep it where there's some decks that I only use for me, and I don't open it to other people's energy. And so this is one of those, Moon Witch is one of those, and I just kind of keep it just for me. So let's do, I'm realizing as I'm going through this that I have a lot of decks that can go together. I have them like in pairs of 2. So this is one of my first decks also. This is Moonology by Yasmin Boland, and she is actually who I got my Moonologer certification through. She copyrighted the term Moonologer. She's got, I have it buried over here, but she does a Moonology planner, like diary for the year, where you can plan out your whole year in relationship to the moon. All of these cards are, this is the book, very straightforward. Again, like the spirit animals, there's no question. You know what it means. So this is the back. It's got the phases of the moon. And then here is a card, Void of Course Moon. So each card has a phase of the moon or a placement, like full moon in Aquarius. So this one is Void of Course Moon, and the message is nothing will come of this situation. So like I said, very blunt, very to the point. This is full moon in Pisces, balanced spirituality and practicality. So I do use this deck in my one-on-one readings, and what I do is at the very end, I have the person ask a question, but they don't say it out loud to me. I tell them I don't need to know what the question is, but think of a question in your mind while I shuffle this deck, and then I pull one card as their answer for that question. So like this one says conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. And so this deck even has a yes no card you could pull. Communication is key, adjustments are required, like it's time to take action. It's gonna tell you. You have a question, this deck's got an answer, okay? So that's how I end the readings, is with the Moonology. So I love that deck. I obviously work with it a lot. And then she came out with this deck, which I really want to do readings with as well. And I'm trying to put together some sort of reading that would be able to incorporate this to its ability. But this is the Moonology Manifestation deck. I love this. Very similar to this deck where it's black and blue vibes. This one's like dark and light purple vibes. Attune to the moon and manifest miracles. So very purpley, very pretty. And this one has, for each card that you pull, it's gonna have a manifesting mix, manifesting mindset, tune into your manifesting powers, and when to manifest. So it's gonna tell you when, as in like this one says, the best for the full moon in Gemini card. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Gemini on a Wednesday or during Mercury's hour. And then it tells you when the full moon is in Gemini. It tells you, this card tells you a ritual that you can do. So this one is very informative, and it would also be a great one for you to use on your own in a private setting. If you're wanting to learn more about manifesting, you're wanting to learn more about working with the moon, and those two things go hand in hand, this is the deck for you. And so this is the back of the cards. Absolutely stunning, I mean. And then here is one of the cards. This one is last quarter moon in Virgo. I'm a Virgo. Attend to the details. Let's see, that one kind of looks the same. Let's get a different, prettier one. Here we go. Last quarter moon in Sagittarius, practice gratitude. Okay, so this one is really great. Like I said, if you're wanting to work on manifesting with the moon, and kind of learn about phases of the moon, anything. I mean, there's so much you can learn with the moon. You can book a one-on-one moon chart reading with me, and I will read you your specific chart in relation to the moon. It's like very similar to a birth chart reading, but we're going to be talking a lot more about what sign you have in each house, what each house means in relation to the moon for you and your signs. And with that information, you're then able to literally plan out and manifest your whole year, and you will have manifested in every house. By the end of the year, you will have manifested in every area of your life. So highly recommend this if you are really wanting to do some work on your own. Moonology Manifestation is a great one. Okay, this one I bought last year, I believe on Amazon, for Vlogmas. And this one, they do this for all 4 seasons. So, but this one is the Seasons of the Witch Yule Oracle. And I'll show you the artwork, but it is so pretty. I mean, just look at the back of the book. Even the inside of the book is so pretty. Ugh, I can't wait to use these cards again. The green foil on the side, stunning. This is the back of the cards. Let me see. We can't get it to focus. Here we go. So stunning. Okay, let's pick a card. Here we go. Wreath. There in the circle of life tends to breathe death. One is not without the other, eternally bound by the essence of spirit. I mean, the artwork. It's gorgeous. Let's do another one. Ooh. Cardinal Medicine. So this is a great one for if you're looking for, oh my gosh, Bear Medicine. If you're looking for a holiday gift, if you're looking for a birthday gift for someone who has a birthday during winter time, this deck is so gorgeous. And each card is gonna have keywords and then the message. This deck is gorgeous, and like I said, you can get one for every season. So if you have someone who has a birthday in a different season, you could check out the Seasons of the Witch deck for that season. This is, I think I said already, but I think it's available, excuse me, on YouTube. I think it's available on Amazon, I believe is where I got it. You could probably get it at like Barnes & Noble or anywhere else that sells cards. I know a lot of places, or a lot of like mystic fairs and events and places like that that have card decks will have like a seasonal one like this. So keep your eyes peeled if you're on the lookout for that one. This one, I believe I got on vacation or somewhere. I didn't get it on Amazon. You can get this one on Amazon, and it comes with the guidebook. This is Woodland Wardens. Almost said the wrong word. But this one doesn't come, oh gosh, it doesn't even want to open with the book. It says that it does on the cover, but there is not a book in my deck. So this is the back. Very woodsy, folksy feel. And look at the little, oh, it's a black kitty. It says Woodland, the Cat and Lavender, Independence. This one is the Moth and Eucalyptus. It means an ending. The Crow and Dogwood, Intelligence. So these are also smaller than the deck. Like you can see, it's a pretty small deck size wise, but the deck on Amazon is the full size, and it does come with a guidebook. So, and it's 52 cards. So I love this one. I had it on my Amazon list for a long time, and then I saw this in person somewhere, and it was like $6. I was like, yes. So I had to pick it up for $6. So I love this one. It's so cute. This will be another one that I use solely for myself, and just on readings that I'm doing on personally for me. We have come to the end. My ring light just got so bright. You see that? Okay, we've come to the end. This is my last deck, and this is my one and only tarot deck. So a tarot deck is going to be, every single tarot deck is going to have the same cards in it. It's going to have 78 cards. It's going to have major and minor arcana, and every message is the same on every card in every tarot deck. So very different from an oracle deck. But this is the Modern Witch tarot deck. It's like the most popular one for the inside. If you've looked at tarot decks on Amazon, you have seen this deck. That's where I got mine, but they also have it at Barnes & Noble. They have it on Amazon. They have it everywhere that sells tarot decks. So it comes with this little hardback book. And it is going to tell you every card, every meaning, and it's going to have the upright message and the message in reverse, because like I said, tarot cards can be read right side up or in reverse. This is the back of the deck. Gorgeous. Gorge, gorge. I love the artwork on these decks. They are very inclusive, not just in, you know, skin color, but also in body size, in gender representation, and I love that in the deck. Of course, I can't find one right now to show you with a plus, oh here we go, with a plus size person on them. But the representation is, it is there in this deck. And I love the art. It's nice and big and bold, and it's, you know, kind of retro-y, pop, really bright. I love this deck. So if you are looking for a tarot deck, there's a lot to choose from. But if you want like a cute one, Modern Witch is the one. So that is all of my card decks. Thank you for being here and watching that. If you have any questions about any of them, let me know. I'll be happy to respond to you in the comments. And definitely leave a comment. Let me know which deck is your favorite or what your favorite deck is. I'm always looking to expand my collection of decks. So yeah, thank you for bearing with me. I am actually getting over COVID, so I'm gonna have a lot of coughing to edit out of this. But yeah, thank you. Leave the video a like if you enjoyed. Check out the links below if there's a deck you're interested in, and be sure to hit subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!